Hey there, and welcome back to our Word Mastery course in Lessons 3. In these lessons, we'll focus on one of the most important aspects of documents creations, working with fonts, paragraphs, and also the styles. Okay, so whether you are writing a report, a CV, a research paper, or designing a flyer, formatting plays a huge role in making your contents look professional and easy to read. By the end of these lessons, you will know how to change the change and customize fonts, format paragraphs for better readability, use alignments, spacings, and indentations, and apply and modify styles for consistency, and shape and create your own custom styles sets. Okay, so let's dive right in and let's move into the or with the documents. So here I have the simple text, like I have the text with something the paragraphs, like the heading is the features of remote work, and subheadings is like the adapting to digital transformation, like blah blah blah. We have the here the simple paragraphs. Okay, so and here the first part or this part we work with the fonts. So first one is the changing the fonts, and let's start with the fonts. In Word, the default fonts are usually like the Calibri or also the Times New Romans depending on your versions. Okay, so to change the fonts, select your text. Okay, so if I gonna now go to or let's select the text and go to the home tabs and select go to or find the font groups and pick a new fonts from a drop down list. Okay, so for example, and like we highlight the titles of our documents like that, there's one, and now change it like carefully to the Arial blacks. Like if I gonna go to and let's say we want to change this one is the Arial blacks. Okay, so notice how the feel of the text changes instantly. Arial blacks makes it bold and strong. Okay, and now you can also change the sizes. So titles often use larger size like 18 to 24, while like body text usually stay around the 11 to 12. So here it comes or it's now the 11. So let's select our like this or the there's one or these titles, and now let's make it the 18s over here, and also let's select our subtitles and change it something the or 16 points. Okay, so and that's it from there. Now let's move into the bold, italics, and underline options or customization options. So these three are your basic text styles. So the first one is the bold. Okay, so like use the bold for the emphasis. So like here, if I gonna now go to or let's select the this one and let's make it the bold, or if I gonna now use this one and you can now use it as the bold. And for the italics, for books titles or highlights the terms, so if I gonna go to like that this one, or there's italics are over here, and underline the spellings usually for the hyperlinks. Okay, so if I gonna now do have something like let's go to over here, and if I gonna now use something like the www dot or something like the examples or dot coms, and that's it. So now select it and make it the underline. Okay, so that's it. Or like in a CV, bold your job titles and italicize companies names and leave body text normally for the balanced. Okay, and next one is the text colors and highlighters. Okay, so text color helps difference here headings or important notes. Use it carefully to maintain readability. So like here, if I now highlight or select highlight the headings, here we want to change it into the blue. Okay, so and that's it over here, and use it carefully to maintain like the readability, or then use the highlights tools mark like we can do important dates in the yellow. So if I do have something like the this one like the this date, I can make it the yellow like the let's undo it over here, or let's select it and let's make it the yellow colors in there. Okay, so or we can do with the another colors to highlight it, or before that, so let's highlight it again there, or let's using like the there's one. So and that's it for the now. And now let's or if you want to change the another colors for the each titles, you can go to and change here the difference of here, like you can make it the another sections like with the different colors. So like here, and this is the another colors in there. Now let's move into the advanced font options. So click the small arrow in the font groups to open the or font box dialogs box. So here you can also add or you can text effects like or we can have the like we can have also the shadows or outlines text effects over there. Or if I gonna now, or let's say we gonna use the clickers over here, and if I gonna click over here, so here we have the difference one with the difference outlines over here. Let's say if I gonna select it over here, now go to over here, now you can see the changes in with the different styles. So useful for design heavy documents, and also change the character spacing. So if you're gonna want to use it, or let's say if I gonna select with the another one, or let's say we're gonna or we can keep it with like the this one. Okay, so and that's it. Or you can apply or apply small caps or all caps for the headings. So if I'm gonna now go to, or you can say with the another one all caps over here, if you're gonna want to use like the there's one. Okay, and turn headings into small caps for formal looks. Or if I'm gonna go to and let's make it the sentence case like the there's one. Okay, so and that's it for now with the advanced fonts options. Or if I want to change here the another colors, so let's go to, and if I use it with over here to make it the difference one, let's say we're gonna want to use like with these colors to add as the subheadings. Okay, so and that's it. Now let's move into and working with paragraphs. And also the first thing is go to the alignments. So paragraph alignments is essential for structure, and you have four options like the left alignment, and also the center alignment, and right alignment, and justify alignment. Okay, so with the left alignment, so this is the default for most text, and align content or align your content with the left margin. So it means left or left alignment is commonly used for body text and makes the documents easier to read. And for the the center alignment, so this is used for titles or like invitations. So like here, centered alignments gives documents a formal appearance and is often used for cover page, quotes, or sometimes headings. Okay, so and the right alignments is like this is for the useful for dates and letters. Okay, so now if I want to use the date, so let's go ahead or let's move into the over here. Let's use the date over here. So let's say the date something or like 1 and 25 or something like this one. Okay, so that's is for in the right alignment. And justify alignments, so this is common in newspapers and magazines for clean edges. So let's select it and let's make it the justify alignments. So and that's it. So here it comes with now the justify alignments. Okay, and also like let's delete it again and let's make it the default one. And centers, like if I gonna go to, and now let's go to the center alignments, like center our document titles with the center alignment. And justify for the body text, like we can go to with, let's say with the this one, and let's make it the justifies one. Okay, and for and the right aligns the author's name. So if I gonna go to, or we can have the authors like the this one, and we can give here this one. Okay, or let's go to over here, and if you do have the author's name, it comes with from the right ones. So like here if I gonna say the next one, let's say by, or we can just say the by the James, like or the David, something like that, this one. And now let's select it, or we want to use now this one into the right alignment. Okay, so and another thing is line spacing. Line spacings controls how much space appears between the lines. So with the single or spacings, like if I gonna go to or before that, so let's make it with the left alignment. So this is the simple one, and this is the singles or single spacings like over here, and we don't have the like single spacings over, or this is single spacings, and this is the tight and good for the drafts. And for the 1.15 space, or if I gonna select it, and so this is this space easier to read, common in the reports. Okay, so and that's it. And for the, or like this is for the there's one easier to read and common in the reports. And for the double spacings, so this often require in academics papers. Okay, so and now here we have changed our body text to the 1.15, and for the readabilities in there. Okay, so or before how it was, so let me show you, and there's is, or if I'm gonna go to over here, or let's undo it again, and it was like, or let's go with, or now it is like the normal. If I'm gonna make it the 1.15, now it comes with like this way. And for the paragraph spacings, like before and after, like you can also control the spacings before and after paragraphs. Instead of phrasings entire twice, adjust the paragraph spacings. Like if I gonna now, or let's delete it for now, and here we have the another space. Now what we can do, we can use like add or let's select it from here and add like the spacings at the after paragraphs. And so how it looks like, so when I add the after space, so it comes like this way. Or we can move into, or we can have the line spacing options over here. So that's it, like the spacings before and afters. So if I'm gonna go to, and let's say the after is paragraphs, so we can make it like the 12, and that's it. Now after these paragraphs, and we have the 12 pt space after paragraphs to create breathing rooms. Okay, and that's it. Now let's move into the indentions. Like indentions controls how far text starts from the margins. Okay, so like here the first line, like indent or indents equal to like the for or before. So let's go to over here and let's use it over here. So the first line indent like the this one, so post only the first line the inward. Okay, so if I gonna now go to, or let's go it over here, or let's undo it again, and let's go with over here, and this is, or if I'm gonna show you over here, and the hanging or hanging indent, like if I'm gonna go to, or let's use the hanging indent. So this also first line stay at the margin, and also and margin, and the rest of indent often used for the bibliographics. Okay, so like this one, and let's use this one, the hanging indent in there. Okay, and this is with the there's one over there, and the left and right indent. Okay, so post the whole paragraphs in word. So if I gonna, this is the first indent hanging, and this is the left, or like the left indents over here, so it comes like this way. Or if I'm gonna do for the there's one, and this is like left indents over here. Or for the, or like we can have the right or like the right indent, and also post the whole paragraphs in, or the inward. Okay, so and that's it. Or if I'm gonna now select it and use these indents over there. Okay, so and that's it for the examples. Now let's undo it for now, and now let's, or we can go to the indents with these sections, or hanging indent for a citations list. So like here, if I'm gonna go to, and let's use the hanging or the hanging indents, and now it comes like this way. And now let's move into the bullets and numbering. So if I gonna now, or bullets, or let's improve the readability. So or if I gonna now go to something the unordered, or let's say the unordered list, and we number in is the sequence. So what we can do, or let's go to, or let's go to the, or you can go to like the this one. Okay, and now let's make it with the numbers, and let's use it over here, or let's undo it from here. And what can I do? So let's go with like the this one, or if I'm gonna select it, and let's make it with the over here. Or what can I do? So let's number as the sequence, or you can go with the bullet, or let's go with the this number. So and there's it over here. So now delete it the first one. Now we start from the over here. Okay, and if I'm gonna now go to, and that's it for the examples in there. Okay, so and here, and use also the multi-labels list for the outline. So if you want to use, so let's use this one as the multi-labels, like this is the first one, this is the second one. So go to and use the multi-labels from here, go to, and also you can hear the difference like the multi-labels in there. Okay, so and that's it. So this is the first labels of bullets and points, and also then here we have like the multi-labels over here. And the another thing is we can also create like in or this one, not only the number, we can create this one as the bullet points in there, like the that's one. Okay, so and that's it with over here. Now let's working with the styles. What are styles? Like styles are predefined sets of formatting instructions, and like instead of manually settings font sizes, color and spacings every time, you apply a styles in a one clicks. Okay, so simply we can just go to the let's say if I do have form like over here, and let's say, or if I go to the titles, and this is our titles. In titles, just click on the heading 1 and to your titles, and also and normal styles to the or the bold or like the body text, and this is the normal one, and this is also the normal one, and this is the headings one. Okay, so now it comes with the headings in there. Okay, and applying built-in styles. So in the style group on the home tab, and also you will see options like heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, and subtitles, and also the quotes or etc. So apply the heading 2 to your subheading like this one, and go to the heading 2, and notice how all subheadings now looks like the in or like uniforms. So this is the first one, and here if I'm gonna go to let's delete it from here. So this is the first one, this is the second headings in there. Okay, so now modifying the styles. You can modify styles, like you can customize styles to match your brand or the documents. So right click, like if I want to modify like the this one, or go to, if I'm gonna say with the this title, right click styles and go to the modify styles like over here, and change also the font sizes. So let's say, and this we call it the titles, and let's say we want to use like the Arials like over here, and also we want to change here the different fonts. So let's use the 24th over here, and paragraph spacings, let's say we can go to something with the different one, or you can have the another paragraphs like spacings over there. Okay, so and so that's it with the simple examples. Now click on the new. Okay, and based on the these templates. Okay, so if you want to save it for the future use. Okay, so and that's it. So now if I'm gonna click over, and now you can see with this our changes with the Arials, and modify with the this one, or we can before this will right click and modify, and let's say if I use this 20, and also bold and make it the different colors with the blue, you can go with, or go to the format, or you can have the text effects in there. Okay, so here we have the simple example just using for the these tutorials. So then hit on the OK, and that's it. Now creating also the custom styles. Sometimes you need a unique styles, and for that we can do select a formatted text, or if I'm gonna go to, or like we can do, so let's go to over here, or we will find the new styles, or let's go to, or we can go over the new styles over here, or use the fly styles and give it also the different names, or you can go to the create styles over here and give here the click the new styles, or give here the styles names. So or give here its name like the custom or not like that, that's one, and save it or reuse it at the any times, or let's modify it over here with the different colors, or we have the customs note. And let's say if I'm gonna read Times New Romans, or let's go with the bold, and let's say we're gonna want to use something the 18. Okay, so and that's it, we have over here. And now let's use the okay. So and that's it, we have these styles like the custom note. Okay, so you can do create a custom styles for notes in green italics. And now using the styles panes and navigations, like the styles panes show all the active styles in a documents. So the navigation panes lets you jump between the heading quickly. Okay, so and here navigations over here. So apply heading styles to sections to a report. And also navigator panes or also lets you jump between the heading quickly. And we can like then we use the navigation pane to move instantly between them. Okay, and the next thing is style sets and themes. You can apply a whole sets of styles and colors with a single click using style sets, the themes, and great for branding consistencies. So you can go to the like something, go to the designs over here. You can have these styles you can go with over here. Okay, so like here let's go ahead, and you can now see with the different of styles in there. Okay, so and this is the something the modern one or modern, and was the entire documents update instantly. And the so now that's it's your terms, and let's put it all together. And also you can do it like imaging you are creating a professional's report. You can add like the something, go to the like heading 1, or also the styles and Arial bold blue. And subtitles, apply subtitle style size the 16th over here. And also the body text, you can use the normal styles like you have, or we have the normal styles. And the spacings like 1.50 or 50 line spacings, and like go to and use the 12 ft. Okay, and for the more listers, or you can use the key or like the key findings like with the bullet points in there. So like here go to again, and let's make it the bulleted points. Okay, and add headings indent for the reference, and save custom styles as the company report templates by going to, and also let's use the save as. And now let's go to over here and save as the word templates. So if I'm gonna now say it, we have just say the company, let's say for the example, or if I'm gonna do, so let's go with the company, say the company report template. Okay, so let's say the template, and that's it. So this way every feature or future reports will follow the same professional's format, and saving times and keeping everything consistency. So in these lessons we have covered like how to change the change and customizing fonts, how to format paragraphs with alignment, spacings, and indentions, and how to apply, modify, and create styles, and with like as or also sets, or how to use themes and style sets for consistency. And formatting may seem small, but it's what transformations a plain documents into a professional's one. In the next lessons, we'll explore working with tables and layouts to organize informations more effectively. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lessons.